Hello and welcome. This is rooflemonger, my friends. Today we're gonna talk some Virtua Fighter. So Virtua Fighter usually doesn't get out in the wider news compared to some other fighting games, and fair enough, it's an old game. Yes, Virtua Fighter 6 will come out eventually, one day, I guess, man, I don't know, but it'll come out and it'll save fighting games, as we all know it will. But till then, we still have the 20-year-old Virtua Fighter 5 still going strong. And just a few days back, we had the Virtua Fighter Open Championship Global Finals. Very much in the same vein as Pro Tours for various other fighting games. Had the big finals moment and it was great. Lots of great matches. I highly suggest you check it out. But there was one match and one moment that kind of went wide on the internet. Because it was a bit of a crazy moment in and of itself, and a lot of people didn't understand why it was allowed to happen to begin with, and it had to do with ringouts. Virtua Fighter has always been a ringout game, but ringouts are not as common in fighting games as a whole, and a lot of people don't like ringouts. And to be real, I'm not here to coddle your wrongly held beliefs on the matter. Ringouts are great, and if you do not like ringouts, that kind of makes you weak. Ringouts can lead to moments that are just honestly genuinely hilarious, even if it kind of worked out against you, did not work in your favor, or prove that you are a high-level grand strategic mastermind and put yourself on purpose in what seems to be a bad situation and then turn the tables on your enemy. And this moment is one of those. So Itabashi Zangief, and yes, it's that Itabashi Zangief, he is a Virtua Fighter player. His back is very literally to the effective wall, about to be ringed out, and he starts drinking. And the time is running down. On paper, for Virgo playing Jean, there's no real reason for him to force the issue, right? Because there's a lot of ways he could turn you around or whatever. And that's the crux of why this went a little bit viral online. As more than a few people were a little confused, like, spoiler, it ends in a ring out, right? Why would you even approach to begin with when you have this advantageous situation and then boom, game over, right? With 2 seconds left on the clock too. If you just would have waited the 2 seconds, you would have won. And is this the most heinous of grand larceny in terms of robbing someone in the round? A little bit, yeah, a little bit. But there's a lot of logic into it, and really the Jean player kind of was forced into it. And you can see following rounds don't go so great later as well. So let me explain the whole thought process here. So Itabashi, his back's against the ring out, he's got low health, clock is running, right? This is all Virgo, this is all Jean, right? So he starts taking some drinks, because might as well. But here's the risk. Street Fighter 6 Jamie players, I need you to close your ears when you hear this. When Shun takes a drink, he keeps his drinks in between rounds. So now we're just sacrificing the round for drinks, right? And Virgo, if he just lets him, he'll get a lot more drinks. He can't risk it and leads to the bad situation. So I want to give you an upfront idea of how bad it can get. So here we are in Virtua Fighter 5, right? And just to give you an idea, just some base level stuff. So boom, kick, 18 damage. So every time Shun takes a drink, and keep in mind, drinks persist between rounds. So if he has 4 at the beginning of round 1, as long as he doesn't get any more, he'll have 4 in round 2, 3, all beyond, right? So drinks are permanent, although there are moves that can take away drinks. But each drink gives him a permanent damage buff. Notice now he does more damage than he did before, right? And if we take a couple more drinks, you're going to get more damage yet. And it scales for each drink, right? So each drink that he's up is a permanent, I believe it's 0.75% damage buff. So not fully 1%, but say if he gets up to 20 drinks, he's hitting a lot harder than he was before. All your combos are just going to do more damage. It is strictly to your benefit. And this is him taking a raw drink. He has many moves that will add drinks as part of the move set. Just throws, you name it. A lot of moves will give him drinks on top of drinking, or there's many things he can do to just gain drinks. That's just part of the move set, right? And the more he does, he gets more damage. Okay, so more damage in and of itself is already scary enough. Another really important aspect of the character is on top of doing more damage, he literally unlocks part of his move set from doing drinks. Something like this string, which is pretty basic, right? Punch, punch, kick, kick, right? This only unlocks once you have 6 drinks in you. So at the start of the round 1, you cannot do this right away. You got to build up drinks to unlock some of your moves. And a lot of your more interesting options just come from having a various amount of drinks in you. Something tricky like kick, kick, down, punch, kick. That's 10 or more drinks. Some of his best throws only get unlocked once you have a lot of drinks, and these throws can do a lot of damage. So now, okay, he does more damage and he unlocks moves. Okay, now already, I think you get the idea. you do not want him to have drinks. However, he also has certain moves that burn drinks that are effectively game-breaking super moves. Like, look at this. Quarters go back, punch and kick. Doesn't look like much. You can notice the drinks are going down when I do it, right? And it's a launcher, and like, okay, like, get some sort of damage off of it. Sure, whatever. Like, that seems fair enough. The damage is really high, by the way. The launcher is a mid, so you cannot duck it. Oh, and it's +4 on block. So this takes drinks, but this is a plus on block mid launcher. If you know anything about 3D fighters, there's some part of that normally that has to give, right? Like plus on block launches, completely safe and a mid, so you cannot duck it. That's why this is an effective super move. That's why when Shun gets above 10 drinks, this is when this stuff gets scary, because then he can just start doing this stuff and part of his roster, part of his moveset. Another thing about Virtua Fighter is generally low attacks are not that great, especially compared to Tekken. Like, Shun has some of the best lows in the game, actually. So that's already a strength of his. But then he gets a super low that lets him become a Tekken character because he gets a low launcher. He gets effectively what you would call a snake edge, right? Except his is completely unseeable and unreactable. And if you get hit, like, that could be game. In fact, this exact super move, if you will, gets used later in the same set because Itabashi Zangief has so many drinks available. So now I think you can appreciate the rock and a hard place Virgo was put in here, because technically he has every possible advantage. He's even up around, right? But if you let Shun D just drink and drink and drink freely without contesting it, he gets to turn into a boss character version of himself. More damage, more moves, super moves. For a while he lets him get away with a couple, but then realizes he has to go in. And here's his only crime. When he finally decides, okay, I need to take action now, do something, like push him out, even if I don't hit him, force him on the block, push him out, because there's no step protection on ring outs. If you're pushed out, even if you blocked, right? And then he whiffs with forward punch. How do you whiff with the Jean's forward punch? I don't know how. This move is debatably the single best move in Virtua Fighter 5. For a lot of reasons I'm not going to get into in the video, but to whiff with this move, that is nothing but your own fault. So he whiffs, and then immediately starts to hit a button, and he gets counter hit out of the button by Shun's down forward punch. At which point, okay, I guess I better block. I'm at disadvantage. Tech's wrong, and gets thrown out of the ring. And the worst part is, as part of the throw, Shun gets drinks, and now it's round over, and Shun can get more drinks at the end of a round because he's not being contested. And then he goes into the next round with 20 drinks. Like, this is a nightmare scenario. You lost the round and you gave him everything he could have ever hoped for. Keeping in mind when this scenario began, Shun had 0 drinks, and he went from 0 to 20 and won the round anyways. Like, for a Shun player, like, okay, if I lose the round but I can get some drinks out of it, that's still a small win, right? And he got as much drinks as you could possibly get and got the round win anyways. And so it's just comical to say the least. And from there, it's sort of a steamroll. Itabashi would go on to win this particular round of matches, and as you can see, he's having a grand old time with the robbery he got away with, which is very much in character for Itabashi. Although Virgo would eventually win the whole set, because in a World Stage, those ring out shenanigans do not play. So I just found that a really cool moment from the tournament because it definitely sparked a lot of interest. Like, the original tweet around it had thousands of likes, and then a lot of confusion of why did the dude not just let time run out? He had the round won, and then he went from a guaranteed win to a loss, and that can be really confusing. And hopefully this explains a lot of the hows and whys, because you're forced to make a lot of decisions in only a couple of the seconds, and unfortunately did not play out for him. But now that said, while I got you here, there is a little bit extra Virtua Fighter news, and it comes in a lot of forms, big and small. For smaller, World Stage is getting a playable demo for everything, Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, and it'll be out later this month. At some point in the future, there will be a special Virtua Fighter event that's invite only. I can only assume this is where Virtua Fighter 6 will finally be. A lot of people were hoping this big tournament would be where we would have some new VF6 footage, and no, that did not happen, right? So we'll find out. There's no date on this. If it's invite only and there is Virtua Fighter 6, I sure hope I get invited. But regardless, if there's any concrete news of this to come, I will have it reported for you on the channel. Also later this month, same day as the demo, we're getting a balance patch for Virtua Fighter 5. So yes, this 20-year-old fighting game is still getting new balance patches. We currently do not know what's on deck right now, but the director has said that these are not tiny changes. These are like big changes that'll make you rethink the way the game plays. Which, I guess, let's go. Rest assured, if it's significant, we'll also cover it on the channel. But yeah, so, y'all know me. I'll look for any excuse to shill Virtua Fighter or make a Virtua Fighter video. And thankfully, we had such a great tournament that left a lot of people sort of confused. So I'm like, yeah, let's explain this. And we got the patch in the future. Hopefully this invitational, whatever it is, actually is Virtua Fighter 6 news, because it's 2026 and we still kind of don't know anything about the game that was announced in 2024. So here's hoping we get something, even if it's like basic, like a Jackie or Pie trailer. I'll take whatever we can get at this point. But that said, my friends, that's it for me. That's it for the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Virtua Fighter.
Love, yeah.